Hey, bitches try to. Bitches try to hold me by the goatee on my dome piece like they owe me, owe me. I just feed them pepperoni on the whole key till they phone me. Back in 03, I was up with the OG. 2014 showed me I can only proceed with the lonely as a trophy. Think you know me, you a homie. Get you on my situation with a ceremony. Like you cool man, nightmares gon' be in the morning. When you talk like you in the dark, don't go phony. Telling everyone you eat good, but your girl looking bony. Eat that bitch a macaroni.
Hey, my name is Andrew. This is my first video, and today, I'm not really sure what the goal of my channel is going to be yet. So, if you see this, welcome to a new vibe that I'm going to try to, develop. Yeah, I mean, realistically for now, it's probably just going to be like a vlog / journal kind of vibe. But, just kind of talking, being open-minded, and just, thinking, I guess, aloud. Yeah, so I just got off work. I'm heading home, and I've got a group that I go to after this for a few hours. And then I'll probably hit the gym after that. Been about a week since I've hit the gym, and I'm really trying to get back into it. Yeah, I really miss powerlifting, and I really miss feeling strong, or like being like proud when I look in the mirror. It's something I don't now. I low-key have body dysmorphia, so it's like being able to feel proud of your body is really important. I mean, like, it definitely defines how you feel in the morning and throughout your day. I mean, you literally feel sensations throughout your body every moment of your life. So it's like, whenever that's a negative context, it never really feels a positive vibe for yourself. So, yeah, I want to, ideally, whenever I have more of a consistent schedule, or at least more discipline, probably the latter more than the former, I'd like to get back to doing 5 or 6 days a week, for at least an hour a day. I want to be a top tier athlete again for myself. I like being that way. It's just, I'm competitive, so it's a lot of fun to be able to move that way and have that energy. It definitely builds, my confidence outside of athletics. So that's really nice. And it helps build friendships too. Like, I feel like I don't really get out of the house much if I'm not going to the gym, going for walks in the forestries, or going to work, all my friends are getting married and having kids, and I'm single and just chilling, working at 24, so I'm on track to have kids and a beautiful family by 28, like I want to. Yeah, no, I'm not, that's something I really have to teach myself and remind myself, that I'm not in a hurry. There's no reason I should be forcing myself to go down a path just because I'm obligated to, or because I'm quote unquote running out of time. There's never a better time to start than now. I'm not, it's not the end of the world if I don't. I don't have to have kids and a family immediately, and I'm not going to settle for somebody that's less than what I need for myself, for my future family. I want something that, will last long term. So, yeah, it's hard to build friendships. I'm at an age where it shouldn't be that difficult, and I think it's just part of where I live. That has something to do with it, because it's kind of more for people that are already settled, rather than people that are looking to get settled and develop their lives a little bit. And, that's a thing. It's developing your life is an interesting experience, because you hear so many different fucking factors. You hear a lot of people saying, do this, do that. It reminds me of Surf's Up. Cody's this, Cody's that. Cody is me, bro. Let me be me. Yeah, like, really, for real. Just doing what feels right. healthy person to be around, because it kind of defined the fact, like it reminded me and kind of instigated the idea that I do actually have an addictive personality where I follow and kind of go along with the people around me to kind of fit in, which I'm combating right now. It's something I work on daily, because I want to be accepted, and I want to be accepted. Damn, how long have I had that turn signal on? Jesus. Oh, no, maybe like 20 seconds. But like, yeah, I want to be accepted for who I am, but I oftentimes forget that means that who I am means being me, not, being accepted for doing what others are doing because they're already being accepted. It's catching myself in those moments, especially like when I'm beating myself up for what I want to say or what I want to do or being who I am. Some people will make backhanded comments, and it's just like, it's disappointing or discerning. It's hard to be you unless you have like a mental fortress built up prior to experiencing those moments where it tests your patience and your character. It really is. And building that discipline takes time as well, especially after it's been broken down a little bit. Like experiencing something that exhausts your self-confidence, and then recovering from that. It's a lengthy process, tedious and difficult in general. Like just not super fun, to be honest. It's like, it feels like what I imagine growing a limb back would feel like if that was a possibility. Like feeling the tendons reconnect, all the muscles like growing back layer by layer, your dermals just like filling back in, that kind of shit, feeling your bones crack into place. It sounds kind of morbid, but it's like, that's kind of how emotions feel when you start, like, I heard it in AA, and although I'm not like, it's not alcohol that I struggle with, it's still a powerful statement. There's a lot of good things you can get from AA, even as a regular addict of any form. Getting sober, there's good and bad to it. It's like the good thing is you get your feelings back, your emotions, and you get to feel those things again, happy, sad, deeply. And then the bad thing is you also get your emotions back, and you feel deeply. I forgot what I was talking about directly before that, but it's like when you're in those states, you feel emotions deeply. So it's getting out of those states is like, it's pulling weeds. It's ripping a band-aid off. I don't know, it's like tweezing your eyebrows. It's fucking annoying. It's irritating. It's tedious. It's painful occasionally. Sometimes it hurts a lot more than others. And it continues to fester. It grows back over time. But the more you do it, the less you have to do it. It's like shaving your butt. I don't even know if that's true. I don't shave my butt that often. Not that you guys need to know that. Yeah. Healing is an important process that we all need to undergo, and a lot of people they seem to neglect that process. It's disappointing because I would really like to see what a lot of people do when they're at their best emotionally. Like they actually have well-being in their mind, and they want to see others do well instead of just putting others down to be a better version of themselves. Better version, meaning like more well-off version of themselves is what I mean. Successful, yes, in their own mind. It's definitely disappointing to see what people will do whenever you have a great image of them in your mind. But also, it's a lesson. It can teach lessons for sure. To be, misled, to be disappointed, let down, that kind of shit. It definitely teaches you a lesson. It reminds you that you need to have boundaries, to set standards for yourself and have barriers, to recognize not to overshare and to give more than you get, and to not misjudge somebody's character. It's okay to misjudge somebody, but it's not okay to, project what you want them to be onto them, because I've done that way too many times. Like I want somebody to be something for me, or like I want an experience to go a certain way, and I'm just so let down when it happens. Like what is it? Expectations are premeditated disappointment. Like, you expect something to go a certain way, you want somebody to be a certain type of person, or to act a certain type of way around you, or be a good person for you. It's like, it's unfair to put that expectation onto them. They don't, they're not obligated whatsoever to be that way, because everybody has free will. So I really like that it's considered premeditated disappointment. It really is. Like, premeditation is thinking ahead of the fact. So you expect, you're planning for disappointment when you expect things. So yeah, I mean, it follows through. I mean, it's simple, and I'm sounding kind of dumb in my head out loud right now, but I don't know. It's like when you expect somebody to want to have kids, or to want to be on the same wavelength as you, or to agree with you on every whim, or to do everything you expect them to do. When they say no, or they let you down, however that might look, you might, like, the resentment is a powerful thing, because I won't lie, a lot of the time, I don't want to say a lot, but like, pretty occasionally I will have situations where I'll hope for somebody to respond a certain way, and I'll get disappointed and frustrated with them, and I'll act negatively toward them, even if they haven't outwardly expressed negativity or done something negative. They've just behaved the way they are allowed to, and it's unfair to them of me to do that thing. It's funny because it actually does go the other way too, though. It can go the other way, and it actually does happen pretty frequently for me as well, because I'm a very pessimistic person, unfortunately. I consider myself a realist, but a lot of people would consider me pessimistic. And the thing, like, a lot of the time, not a lot of the time, but occasionally, same as negatives, I'll expect something to go very poorly, or to go very negatively and have a bad outcome. And, it will go positively. I'll have, like, for example, at work, I served. I expect tables to not enjoy their experience with me, but then I'll get a comment while I'm doing side work later from my boss saying, people ask for me by name, or like they had the best experience they've ever had here, and I'm like, it's their first time working with me, and they enjoyed it so much that they're definitely going to come back. They put a 5-star review under my name on Google. It's really, really invigorating to have a negative experience or a negative expectation, and then follow it up with breaking that negative expectation. It's really empowering. It's, motherfucker, I just scanned your shit, bro. Bro, I just scanned your shit. Fucking Jesus, I almost backed into somebody. Goddamn, fuck up. Hey, electronics. Yeah, no. Positive mentality, an overly positive mentality, can be a bit unhealthy, because it sets you up for some unhealthy expectations as well. Like, yeah, that's what I was just making point of. It's like, not everything's gonna go the way you hope for. That's okay. That now. It's definitely been proven over the last few years. I thought I was going to be in a very different spot than I am right now. Maybe one video I'll talk about my past, like what I've done over the last 6 years, and then, discuss where I'd like to be versus where I am, and feeling my response to that, I guess. I don't really know what the goal of this is. I just want to be able to talk to people and build connections and share my interests. maybe educate or help somebody grow or feel better about themselves, learn anything. This will be experiential for me. It's kind of like the first time I opened a website and sold electronic accessories on there, and I spent more than I made. So by some accounts it might be a failure to some people, but to me it's more of a I paid. It's similar to paying for college tuition. I paid for it, and overall negative, in the red, $1,000. I paid $1,000 to learn how to run a website, how to learn how to use Google AdSense, to build a website, to learn how to meet with a wholesale producer to sell their products with private label shipping. It's there's a first for everything, and that's what this is for me. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know how this will end up, and I really hope I succeed with it, whatever that looks like. I want to be able to, build lifelong connections, and if that starts with this somehow, that's awesome. But if not, then that's okay too. It's for me, not for anybody else. If it ends up being beneficial to other people, that's awesome. And yeah, I'm almost home, so I will make another video at some point soon, and hopefully this one gets a positive review. If it gets any views, my last few videos get maybe 1 view every week or so. So we'll get there. One day I'll talk to people on the internet, not on Twitter. But yeah, to close, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I appreciate you listening if you actually made it this far. Appreciate you if you made it this far. You're a beautiful person, and you deserve the absolute most and undying love. I just fucked that up so hard. You deserve unrequited love. You're a really important person. If not to anybody else, to me, you mean the world. Alright? You have a purpose. You might not know what that looks like. I don't know what mine is yet. I really don't. But, I have hope, and I know there is purpose for me and for you. Even if you might not see yours. If you have it, that's awesome. Continue pursuing it. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for getting out of bed, for even getting up this morning to wake up. Some people don't have that opportunity. So, I'm proud of you. Keep your head up. Keep doing what you need to do for yourself and for others. Don't fill the cup of others from yours before you're empty. Take care of you. Love you.